Hello. How are you all doing? How has your day been? How has your weekend been? Feels like an entire week since I last came on and did a live and hopped on. Hopefully, I'm not as jittery as I was last week. I've been allowed to go on to like the super Wi-Fi. I didn't even know we had such thing as a super Wi-Fi. So I'm very excited to be given permission to be allowed on it. I think, right, I'm hoping that none of the kids are watching, but I think it's like a super secret Wi-Fi that the children aren't allowed to go on because they just end up clogging it all up with, I don't know, whatever teenagers clog internet up with. Not that. Games, stuff like that. So I'm allowed on the super internet today, which means hopefully I won't be as glitchy. But do let me know in the comments so that I can try and request the help of the tech team, as he was very useful last week. And for those of you that weren't here last week, I just fell off the internet basically, and I was trying really, really hard to keep myself going, and it just got really glitchy, and it just got really, yeah. So basically, I'm back, and today I have. Hey Karen, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it's all good. How are you feeling? Last week you were full of cold. Oh, it wasn't even last week, was it? Weekend, you were full of cold. How are you feeling now? I've been thinking about you. I'm on the tea today. I'm on peppermint tea. I ate something funny at lunchtime. Now I'm not so sure how we're gonna do. So I've got some nice peppermint tea. It's gonna settle my stomach, and we'll all be fine. Hopefully, we'll have to see. But yes, that's what I'm drinking today. I did have Coke, which is normally my go-to, isn't it? But on the tea today. Although, I don't know how hot it is. I just put a cold in it literally 2 seconds ago. So it should be all right. Finally getting over it now. Still on those pesky curtains. Maybe it's the idea of the curtains that's making you ill. Maybe that's what it is. It's like that. Oh, I can't bring myself to it. But honestly, there's so much horrible stuff going around, isn't there? I've got 2 in the house that have got that horrible cough thing. And then the third one, she came home from school and she just fell asleep straight away. And that was 3:30, 4 o'clock. And she's just been out for the count. She hasn't even come down to get her dinner. Don't be surprised, because I'm sat in the kitchen. Don't be surprised if you hear the door go. It will be the teenager finally waking up. But yeah, they all seem to be coming down with it. We need a half term. You know what we need? We need some proper warm weather, don't we? Just to ease our spirits and to get spring going so that we can get rid of all these miserable colds and stuff like that. Oh, goodness me. That is hot, but that is lovely. I have bought a project with me today, but I've got a project bag. I never put them in a bag. I just normally end up, oh, you've given it to the hubby. Well, sharing is caring. So I never normally put stuff in a bag, but I just happen to have one of these knocking around. It's from Wool Warehouse, the old organza bags from Wool Warehouse. You can't not, can you? So I've managed to squeeze it all in. One of my friends has announced that they're having a baby. They're having a little baby boy. So I'm making a blanket. I've got, right, I've done the absolute sin of, so I've got blue. That's in DK. It's a lighter blue, also in DK. I've got a beige or an ivory, as it was on the label, and I've got this blue. Now this one, it's an Aran, and the rest are DK. I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. Oh, they do look quite a different weight, don't they? We'll see. Maybe it'll just give it a bit of character. Hopefully it won't like muck about with the tension. Let me show you the crochet. Ooh, got a hook in there and everything. So my friend came over last week. Oh, I don't feel like I'm doing that right. My friend came over last week and she is making one of these. She'd got the pattern from, it's a V stitch, by the way. She'd got the pattern from Black Wool Crafts or Black Sheep Crafts, Black Sheep Wool Crafts, one of those. And she just couldn't quite get the hang of the V. And so, thank you very much, Karen. And so I was like, oh, it's fine. You know, we can work it out together. We'll sort it out. And because she's a really new crocheter, I've managed to crochet my own hair into it. That's sexy, isn't it? Because she's quite a new crocheter, sometimes just like the holding your hook properly and stuff like that a lot of it was tricky. So when I saw the pattern, I was like, oh, now that I know so-and-so's having a baby, maybe I could have a go. So I've done the V-stitch. Obviously, I don't have the pattern. I've just whipped it from what I saw of hers when I was helping her out. But somehow, to me, that looks a bit loose. Any crocheters out there want to chime in? And there's me telling her how to like get the tension right and everything, and then now I'm going, oh, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's supposed to look like that, just a bit holy, but I'm sure the picture that she showed me, obviously what she was doing was quite holy as well, but what the picture was quite tight. So I'm wondering if I'm going into the wrong holes now, and I should, so I'm going into the V's, but I should be going into the gaps instead. Let me know. Thoughts on a postcard, please. So yes, anyway, that's that. I haven't yet got to the Aran, so I'll find out whether that will go down well or not. We can do that this evening. The other thing that I wanted to show you was the tech team. Not only do they keep me on the internet, amazing, but they only go and bloody make things as well. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. It is a yarn bowl. Hang on. Let me put my yarn through it. It's a yarn bowl, and he made it with his 3D printer. Isn't that clever? And I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Oh, there's a couple of bits inside. I'm told that they need burring off. I don't understand what they are. But can you see that there's a tiny bit of a pattern, like hexagons or diamonds in... Oh, I don't think the camera's picking it up as well. Oh, maybe a little bit. So it's got like diamond style on the edge as well. He's got different colours of the plastic, but I asked for blue filament. Can't get the words wrong. But I asked for blue because I quite like the blue. But I know I'm very lucky, Sarah. Very lucky. Hi, by the way. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that, and the fact that it's got some other holes in it as well means that when I'm doing like a corner to corner, I can put a couple of balls in, because I'm always getting really muddled up when I do corner to corner. You know, you see people that put them on clothes pegs. I don't really understand that either, because they just get all tangled up. So maybe now that I've got my yarn bowl, I'll be laughing. I'm quite happy with that. How much would you pay for that? Who knows, maybe it'll be a cottage industry. He can retire and make yarn bowls for a living. How lovely. So that was, I wanted to show you that as well. And I've also got, oh no, I'll wait till my last question. I've got a question about Easter. And then I'm going to show you another project that I am doing as well. So question number 1 for today. Also, just in case I do happen to fall off, it may be because one of the kids is being really poorly. So question number 1. Seeing as it's happening next Wednesday, who celebrates Valentine's Day? So, hubby and I have been together forever. I think we might have covered this last week. I'm not really into Valentine's Day. It's not really my jam. But because I got some fabric that happened to have hearts on it, I felt like I needed to Valentine's it up this year. And actually, I've got quite into it. And the kids are off on half term next week. So we've got some little Valentine's crafts and activities to do and stuff. They've got something going on at the local library where they can do their own make their Valentine's cards. So I think I'll take them to that. But yeah, I wanted to know, seeing as Valentine's is like all over social media and everything else, I wanted to know who else celebrates Valentine's Day. And if you don't, what your reasons are behind it. Like I said, I just can't really. Is it really mean to say it? It's not that I can't be bothered. It's just that, like, they know you love them, right? So you don't really have to keep telling them all the time with gifts, unless he wants to buy me a gift, and then just diamonds, always diamonds. You get to a certain age, don't you, where you think actually the smaller presents are the better ones. I will take anything that's very small, please, and very shiny. I'm just going to get started on my row. Yeah, Karen, you're right. It is so commercialized, isn't it? It's just the idea of buying stuff. See, it's not too bad if you're hand making things for people, but Sarah does. Flowers? Chocolates? Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I hope my tech team's listening. Flowers and chocolates. I would get suspicious if he came home with flowers these days. I'd be like, what you done? What's happened? And if he does come home with flowers, we've always got a yellow label on. But I don't mind that. I don't mind a yellow label. Flowers are flowers, aren't they? I really don't mind. Oh no, I've forgotten how to do the ends already. 3 chains. The other thing my poor friend had to endure was the fact that sometimes when I do a crochet project, I swap hands with my hook. So, or rather, when I'm yarning over, it would be the same as spontaneous flowers. I know. Where'd they come from? What's this all about? They're the worst ones, aren't they? It's just because I love you. You could just say that. You could just show it by doing the dishwasher. I don't know. Something like that. Right, where did I get to? I'm just going to concentrate for 2 seconds, guys, while I remember what I'm doing. Chain. Hook. Yeah, so I was trying to explain to my friend about getting the tension right. And I said, what I tend to do for the first row, if I'm crocheting, is I tend to swap hands and then I yarn round. I wonder if I can explain it. So I will yarn round and then do it as if I was knitting. Does that make sense? So, but of course, because she's only just learning, she was like, please don't confuse me even more. But I think sometimes when you're doing the first row, it's so important to make sure that everything's in the right place and that you don't make everything too baggy. That yeah. But then, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of I don't really follow tension gauges or anything, but I do know when it's too baggy. That's for sure. So far, the Aran doesn't look like it's any worse. So I haven't ruined it by putting the Aran in. So that's a good start. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone saw, I put a reel out today of and a YouTube short, same thing really, of my Valentine's dress, which I was really, really pleased with. It came out really nicely. So I made a pair of trousers in the same fabric. The full video will come out on Friday. These trousers, no. I'm so annoyed because I thought the fabric would have worked really well. And like I want to try and be a bit more colourful this year. And I thought, oh, perfect, bright red trousers with hearts on it. That'll be ideal. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Put it in the yarn bowl. Oh, it's too big for the yarn bowl. Don't put it in the yarn bowl. So the trousers just came out and they just, you'll see on Friday what I mean. But God loves a trier, and that's just as well, because I am really trying to just bring a bit more colour into my wardrobe, and but just not with these trousers. The dress looks great. Karen says, "I just go for it with the crochet." Oh, V-neck jumper. Oh, that'd be nice. Finished my vest, my crocheted vest top. Again, you can see that on Friday's video. I should actually make a video about making that, shouldn't I? I'll make a second one, because the one I did make, it was quite cropped and it was a square neck. And that seemed to work really well because I was just winging it with the pattern anyway. The square neck worked quite well and it looked nice because I was wearing a shirt underneath it. But I thought the size was all right, but apparently it was a bit tight around the old boobs. So I might make a second one in a bigger size, and then we can do a video, and then I'll put the pattern in the comments so that everyone can make one. They'll be like, oh, I'll go viral. A viral create and curate sweater vest. Not good at winging it. Well, Karen, it's because you are too good at following rules and processes. You must have to do it so often for work, and just the process of A, then B, then C, then D. Whereas I just I just get distracted and then my brain wanders off. And then by the time I've got back to it, I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Oh, just fudge it. That'll do. Just have to work it out. But yeah, this is looking okay, I think. What do you reckon? I don't think you can tell. I don't think you can tell that it's any different anyway. A granny go-round jumper? Is that Granny Stitch? Who is it that does all the Granny Stitch stuff? Is it Craft and Cuppa? She does loads of the Granny Stitch things and they look really, really nice. But again, quite a long process, and I've lost attention span by then. Right. I'm going to try really hard to make something through these lives. Problem is I spend too much time chatting and then not enough time stitching. Yes, Sarah, send us a pic or put a link in if you can find one. No pressure or anything. Who else is it that does? There's The Secret Yarnery. She's on YouTube a lot. She does loads of weekly lives. Well, yeah, she does loads of weekly lives and other videos, and she does the Drunken Granny Stitch. Now, firstly, I'd quite like to see my granny drunk. Secondly, I think that's such a clever idea. It's literally it's a wonky Granny Stitch version, but it makes up so quickly that you'll be watching her for an hour and she will have made half a shawl. You'll be like, oh, okay. She's really good. Highly recommend. She's got some brilliant stuff on there. And she does these amazing yarn hauls from Ice Yarns. They're American and she's in Africa. whereabouts is she? Kenya, I think. And so she has to buy them in like 20, 30, 40 kilo boxes just to get them over the border. And then she opens them all. I think that's when I started watching her, was when she was doing one of her unboxings. And I was like, I need all of that yarn. I need it all. But sometimes I think I'm not making enough when I see stuff like that. Oh, Iron Lamb. I think there's someone round here, round my way, that is quite not Craft and Cuppa. I don't think it's Iron Lamb, but there is someone round my way, a crochet designer who does a lot of stuff in Exeter, and I've seen her all over Instagram as well. I wish I could remember who it was. I don't think it's Iron Lamb, and I don't know where my phone is, so I can't go and have a look. Hi, Dory. Oh, sunny Florida. Just learning to crochet. Love sewing and hoping to incorporate some crochet into my garments eventually. Oh, that would be lovely. There was a challenge on Sewing Bee this year that they had to upcycle some crocheted blankets. And I thought I would have no idea where to start because I'd be so worried about it all unraveling. I think they had to sort of like baste the edges and stuff. But yeah, crocheting, like if you did some around the cuffs and things like that. Oh, I've seen a pattern for a granny square detachable collar. I'd love the idea of that. That's on my list. It's on my inspo list. It just hasn't quite made it to my fingers. But that would be really cool. But yeah, Sarah, do see if you can find the link. But then we can always look up Iron Lamb a little bit later on. But such a shame that you've got to frog it. Did you have lots of bright colours, or was it just one colour? Oh, I can hear the kids coughing. Poor little bunnies. So the 8-year-old has got a friend coming round tomorrow, and she was saying, I'm not ill. I promise I'm not ill. It's like, it's okay to be poorly. So no, it's fine. I'm not ill. I'm definitely not ill. Okay, then. If you say so. Little madam. Okay, should we go on to question number 2? So, in keeping with Valentine's, just one colour. What relief. Keeping with Valentine's and thinking about whether you would take yourself on a date or whether you would want to be taken on a craft date, what would your dream craft date look like? I saw on Instagram yesterday, there was a group of sewists that had gone on a sewing retreat, and that looked lovely. I loved the idea of going on a sewing retreat for the weekend with people who just all want to have like the same common goal and can all help each other. I loved the idea of that. Would I spend the whole weekend, or would I just need a day thing? Oh, I've dropped a stitch there. See, Sarah, we all frog. We all frog. So yeah, what would your now I've put too many stitches in. What would your dream craft date be? So I'd quite happily go anywhere if someone else was paying. I'm not really fussy. And I suppose it helps having a husband that crafts, because that means that wherever we go, we're both going to enjoy what we're doing. I did ask him if he wanted to go to the Stitch Festival with me. Is it Stitch Festival or Stitch Show? It's in London. I think it's Stitch Festival, and it looks really good. I said, do you want to come with me? Because I can't think of anyone else to go with. Shagfish. Oh, sewing meetups sound cute. Do you have to take your machine with you? They've got things like at the pub, which is just at the end of the road, well, around the corner, they do monthly craft club meetups, but it's really traditional crafts, and so that means that it's not my people. Not my people. Oh, they've got the machines available. What a dream. What a dream. I've just got images of me, my machine sat on the bus. Like this. Tell you what, that's something I need to make actually. I need to sew a cover for my sewing machine because she gets ever so mucky, poor little thing. And she gets battered as she gets pulled in, pulled out, pulled in, pulled out. I definitely need to make a cover and maybe a quilted one. That would work quite nicely. They do have, speaking of the festivals, the fairs and stuff like that, they do have one local to us. But again, it's really traditional craft. I say traditional crafts, but you know what I mean, don't you? When, you know, the difference between like more modern contemporary crochet and sewing and things like that, like indie designers and, you know, upstyling granny stitches, things like that, versus the traditional sort of country show style method of doing these traditional crafts. So I just don't want to go to something that's, I don't know, maybe I will learn from them. Maybe I would get more skills and so on and so forth. But I don't think they would understand where I was coming from. So that's tricky, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen who was it last week that was talking about the virtual sewing ones? Sarah says sewing is probably my favourite craft. Oh, stained glass making. That would be nice. Sewing camp. That would be amazing. I've looked at one or two. They look expensive. Really expensive. Yeah. There isn't meetups near me, although a lot of vloggers do it. Yeah. It's definitely part of the vloggy gang, isn't it? To do the meetups. There's Devon Threadtails. She does some brilliant ones. She does some workshops and stuff as well down in Plymouth, where I think she teaches as well, and they do like day workshops, which I think is so cool that she's able to like use her craft. And I don't know what came first, whether it was the vlogging or whether it was the classes. I think it was the vlogging that came first, and then the workshops came off the back of that. Silver jewelry making, that would be nice. That would be lovely. We've got similar to the stained glass, we've got the glass blowing, the ever famous marble house down the way, and you can watch them do all the glass blowing, and oh, honestly, I could just sit there for hours and just watch them make these beautiful things. But there's just so much risk involved, and I love it. I mean, I probably wouldn't love it if I was down there. I'd be too squeamish, but I love watching them, and they make something out of completely nothing. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I know hubby would definitely want to do a pottery day. He's been speaking about that a couple of times lately, and there are some places that do it local to us, but it's finding the time, because they do it on like a Saturday or a Sunday. I suppose he could always go on his own, but I could just wonder about it. But yes, childcare otherwise for us to both go. So yeah, that would be my dream My dream craft date would be anything where it's got childcare plugged in as well. That would be brilliant. Maybe I'm missing a business trick. Maybe I should be offering childcare to people who want to go on craft days. You could teach their kids to craft as well. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I was thinking about, because I'm doing Sunday school this week, I was thinking about doing some little Valentine's crafts for Sunday school. But that would mean having to get a bit more organised between now and then so that I can get them all prepped. So the age group that I do is 5 to 11. And then we've got a couple of like older ones that sit in and help. And this week there was 10 of them. So it wouldn't be anything that was too taxing or too tricky. Let me know if you can think of any good crafts that would work for 5 to 11-year-olds. Creating crash. I'm writing that down. That's brilliant. Someone find me a pen. I can't find a pen. I'll have to remember it. Creating crash. I love that. That's brilliant. You know, I used to be a childminder. I should have called it that, shouldn't I? Creating crash. My peppermint tea is not helping, and if anything, I'm now starting to get a sore throat with the kids. I cannot win. Right, I am at the end. Oh, hang on. How do I finish him off? How did I finish him off last time? What does that look like? That looks like a single crochet, single treble into the end. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So that's it with the Aran. I don't think you can tell. Oh, just dunked it in my tea. Right. One of those days. It's fine. I'll wash it before I give it to her. It will be fine. It's a good job it wasn't coffee. That would really stink, wouldn't it? So I don't think you can tell really how that's Aran, not DK, can you? Winner. Oh, not quite a winner because I've left my scissors over there. That's frustrating. I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with the colours as well. They look really cute, don't they? The pattern said so you do this for as many rows as you can, and then you've got to make a border, which is, I think, much smaller V's. So you do like just a single crochet in a V, and that makes it tighter to go around the outside. You're started with a sore throat. Oh no. Can you just leave the curtains until everyone's well? And then because are you sure it's that they're not square? Are you sure it's not just because you're just tired? You know, but one side of your throat's stronger than the other, like more swollen than the other or something. It's making you look funny. Oh, bless you, those poor curtains. Yeah, I don't know. It's just feeling it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm the sort of person I don't really like being ill. I had, like I said the other week, when I had that migraine, I was really irritable because I just don't really have time. So a sore throat will just have to. Have you ever heard of the ultrachloroseptic sprays that you can get? You can spray it and it just numbs everything. They're really good. Very, very effective. I would recommend for next time or for hubby. Oh, right. What colour am I on to now? That's blue. I'm so smug with myself that I've got a little bag. Yay for me. Okay, next question. So we've done ideal sewing or crafting day. Oh, similar to our dream crafting day. If skill was no barrier, what would your dream craft project be? Now, focusing on a craft that you already do, but thinking about if you had unlimited resources and you had unlimited time and you had unlimited capabilities, what would you make? I have been looking at, there's a lady on, right. I don't know if I'm putting ads on or not. I don't mean to be, if this is the case. Let me see if I can. I think I got rid of them. I hope I got rid of them. As I was saying, there's a lady on Instagram who I used to follow a lot, and she would make the most beautiful, like, lace crochet dresses, and they would be so long, and they would have like these great big fishtails, and they would have really intricate detail and everything. And I always thought I would absolutely love to be able to make something like that. Shoes. Oh no, I've got some amazing shoes, which you'll see in Friday's video. I thought I had them to hand. I didn't make them, but that would be amazing. That'd be so cool. But yeah, so this woman, she just makes really beautiful dresses, and I thought it would be amazing if I had the skills or ability to do that. But I don't. Oh, also, I really want to learn to quilt. But again, I do not have the skills, I do not have the resources, and I do not have the space, full stop. So those would be my two. A wool coat, with a Liberty silk line. Mwah, amazing. That would be so lovely. Sarah, it feels like you've really thought that through. Like it's on your wish list. Oh, I've got soggy ends now. Or bras. I struggle to find a good fitting one. Yeah, me too. Just around here. There's some really good sewing patterns. Oh, seam work. Who was talking about seam work last week? They've got a bra pattern, but then they've got a video tutorial as well. Or like, it's not even a tutorial, it's like a course where you do it for like 3 or 4 weeks, I think, or 3 or 4 sessions, and then it helps you to get the fit right. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to begin with bras. I've got a load of offcuts and things like that for knickers, but I've forgotten again how to get started. Hang on. Yeah, I've got a load of fabric and offcuts. But do I know how to use them? No, I do not. Don't mind me. Just trying to pop my hook in where I should have yarned over and instead fastened off. I'm in. I'm back in. Yeah, I've started. I promise I do more things through the day than just watch YouTube. But I saw this YouTuber and she's called, I can't even remember. It's called The Last Homely House or The Last Homely Home or something like that. And it's a lady that's in her later years, and she does the most amazing quilts, and she just makes it look so easy. And it's something about the way that she talks about it is, of course I can do that. That looks so simple. You just put A to B and C to D and left to right and up to down, and there you go. You have it, an entire quilt. But it's just fantastic the way that she's able to do that, like the way she's able to teach it in a way that makes it relatable. So yeah, I've been binge watching her a little bit. Her house as well is really eclectic and really awesome. So she lives in a little cottage, and she has, like, her cupboards are like bright pink and white, and her kitchen walls are lime green. And I think, oh, I'd love to live like that. Love to live like that. Right, tech team?
Yeah.
Has the other kid
I was going to find
woken
your
up?
bra and pants stuff and bring it through. But
Not just my bra and pants.
no, that'd be a bit weird.
What, the bag of fabrics?
Yeah.
We're not having a lesson now.
Why not? I can model.
Did you hear that? Do you like to get involved? But yeah, I would recommend going to catch up on her, even just to look inside her house. I'm sure it's the last homely house or last homely cottage. Something like that. I don't think I've ever worked with Liberty prints. I think I've always been too scared to buy anything too expensive to cut into. Right, not that I'm getting paranoid, but we can't tell, can we? Maybe a tiny bit. I think it looks fine. I'm happy with it, she says. Another glug of coffee. Tea. More coughing children. Yeah, I bet. But then shoes would be really expensive. Like the leather to, like in all the tools. I'd be so worried about getting it wrong. And sizing as well. I can't pick shoe sizes that fit me from the shop, let alone shoes that to make and fit you. I suppose that's all part of the process, isn't it? Like the measuring and the getting everything just right would all be part of the artistry of it. Okay, so final question of the evening, and then we might wrap up a little bit early because all I can hear is coughing from the rest of the house. And now I am worried that my husband's actually going to come in a pair of knickers and a bra. So, which he, in case you didn't hear, he offered to model. So we'll be cutting that short before I get bumped off the internet again. The final question, because next week's video for me is going to be an Easter themed video, and I'm going to get together a load of Easter crafts and Easter sewing and crochet patterns and stuff like that, and share it as like a list for you all. So what spring or Easter projects are you going to be attempting? It's funny that before we moved down to Devon, I had no idea what an Easter bonnet even was. But now, so I had no idea what an Easter bonnet was. When we lived in Hampshire, none of the schools made Easter bonnets. There was no need certainly was no Easter bonnet parades. But down here, oh, it's a big deal, So yes, Easter bonnet will be on my list of things to do. I try to remember it's my hobby. It doesn't have to be economical. That's so true. That is true. Yeah. And when other people can justify so much money on different hobbies, and we're sat there going, oh, £5 on a ball of wool, that feels steep. No, you're right. It is good to be able to justify or not to have to justify it economically. I love that. But yeah, so Easter bonnets will be on my list. I've got So, well, I'll have a look and see through the list of Easter crafts what I fancy making. I always make an amigurumi rabbit or two for my nieces and nephews, but I don't know if they're getting a bit old for them now. I kind of like making them. So will it matter whether they're old or not? Probably not. And also I can't see them throwing them away. Whereas if I make them for my kids, I can see them go, oh, I'm just going to pop this in the bin. Whereas if I do it for other people, then I can't see it. But then that comes back to last week, and Sarah's awesome, so worthy. Are they so worthy for? I think nibblings are. They count. They're fine. But so yeah, I'll have some rabbits to crochet up as well. I saw some really cute little Easter bags when you do like your Easter egg hunt, and they had little bunny ears on them. I thought they looked really cute. Yes, I do have a good pattern for the bunny, but I can't remember what it is right now. It's downloaded onto my computer. So I will pop it in a link somewhere. I will pop it in the comments after this video, after this goes up. And I will see if I can find it for you. But Yarnspiration, they do some brilliant ones and that are free as well. In fact, if you are looking for free patterns for crochet, Yarnspiration is amazing. Used to be Red Heart and now is just Yarnspirations. They've sort of amalgamated all of them. And Lovecrafts does a lot of free patterns as well that are really good. That crochet ones. Oh, and Hobby, Two Eyes, Hobbii. They have some good ones as well. So yeah, that'll be what I've got planned. Oh, and the other thing that I was going to show you that I bought this for, I must have bought it for a friend. No, I remember what it was. One of my friends was getting dibbed at the cathedral and I was going to make this for them. And I never got round to it because I didn't have all the right gumph. But I thought it would be a really good Easter project. What are you talking about, Philly? I hear you cry. Put my crochet down and get it. Right, I don't know if this will translate well on camera because the colours are a little bit funny. But, right, it's a Jesus and it says I saw that. I thought it was quite funny. So, yeah, I think I might make that. There's a charity shop up the road that it's cross stitch, by the way. Did I say that? There's a charity shop up the road that have started selling. They've got like these big tubs of embroidery threads, and I was in there the other day, and they have about 73,000 different colours of the skin tones. So, like this guy, how many skin tones does he need? A lot of mahogany. 1, 2, 3, 4 different skin tones. So I'm going to need a lot. I know, it's good, isn't it? Wait, you saw it in a magazine? Oh, I paid for this one. Sad face. Although I didn't pay much. Who's it by? Nintendo Stitch. Very funky and very cool. But yeah, I thought it'd be quite a good Easter project, and I thought that it could join my other cross stitches that are on the side. I've got, it's not very holy at the moment because I've got crucifix in the middle, and then I've got like my tits, not my actual tits, as in, we're back to underwear again, as in my blue tits cross stitched on with a nice pair of tits sat next to it. So maybe I should wash my mouth out, get a bit more holy on that one. But yeah, so that is going to be all my Easter things, hopefully, unless, like I say, if I go through the list next week, I think. So I've been making the list as I've been going along. I've got about 20 different patterns and crafts on there so far. I don't think I'll be able to do all of those, but it'll be a nice challenge. And then also I was thinking about a dress for Easter, but I don't know, we'll see. My Valentine's one is looking good enough. I think I could probably rock that through the rest of the summer, couldn't I? I mean, through the rest of spring. So hopefully it'll be fine. I would never be able to get all that done. Well, luckily I don't have a life, so I just sit and craft and then video it. I was saying to so my 14-year-old has a gaming YouTube channel, and so when she makes her videos, she like live plays her games and then she uploads that. And I said to her that I made a blouse, the McCall's 8180, the one with the massive collar. So I made that on Monday and it took me 5 hours to make it, and it managed 7 minutes in the video. 7 minutes. I was like, 5 hours. I mean, I get the blouse out of it and, you know, I get the enjoyment out of it as well. But yeah, from 5 hours to 7 minutes was like, oh, wow, okay. And that's the struggle between making content and then making stuff that you love. And I think I stopped sewing garments for about 6 months just because it became so unenjoyable to have to video the process every time and then get really stressed out about it. And it was like, this isn't a hobby, this is hard work. So I think now that since coming back from, when was that, September, October time, and I've managed to balance it out with stuff that I actually really enjoy doing, so the embroidery, the cross stitch, the crochet, and the sewing as well. I think now that I've got a bit of a better balance, it's a lot easier to make the content, because like I'm only really videoing like 40% of what I make anyway. So yeah, I think it's just a bit of a better balance, and it gives you guys more things to look at and talk about as well. But yeah, what does Karen say? Too many plans and not enough time. I know, right? We've got 2 bank holidays coming up. What more could you do? You could whip up like 5 pairs of curtains in a bank holiday, right? Oh, I can't begin to imagine how long they would take. I'm still putting it off getting the fabric for the little curtain that I've got to do upstairs. And even then, because it's only in my room, if it's not quite straight, no one will know. No one will know. Got to do what you love. Too right. Right, everybody, I think we're going to have to run it to, oh, hang on. Skipping ads. We're going to have to wrap this up because my poorly ones are getting poorlier and my hungry ones are getting hungrier, and now they are stuck in. Karen, please do. Please make them for me. So thank you so much. Oh, I forgot to mention that this is going to be the last Tuesday evening video. I'm going to trial some Friday lunchtime ones just for a few weeks, and then we'll see how we go, and we'll see which time is more popular, or maybe I could even try and do both after I've done the trial of the second ones. But don't come back next Tuesday evening is what I'm trying to say to you, because I won't be here. So yeah, hopefully if you are, thank you so much. If you are around on Friday lunchtimes, then I would absolutely love to see you. I will be doing it from next Friday, which will be half term. So that'll be interesting. There'll be kids all over the place. There'll be dogs all over the place. It'll be chaos, but it'll be good chaos because, you know, that's just me really. So hopefully we'll find something that works for everybody, and then we can all, I don't know, live together. Yay! Right, everybody, thank you so much. I hope you have a good week. I hope that everyone's bugs and everything like go away and just do one. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you. Right. I will see you soon, everybody. Have a great week. Bye. Still waving. Bye.